Hi, this is Frode, and welcome to a little bonus video I decided to create when I got the great question from Marat. Please correct me if I pronounced that wrong. And he asked me if I could show you my library, and talk a little bit about that. So let's just get started. Here we have quite many books, as you can see. I really got fired up about reading books about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2. And it all went from there. We can see that here are some more. And eventually, when the bookshelves got filled, I had to start filling up my closets with the books. And oatmeal is always good to have. Lettkokte havregryn på norsk, on Norwegian. So, here is many of the books that I read last year, but that I haven't really created notes on yet. I might get to them, and there are some books that I haven't read. I have read Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins, great book that I haven't created a note, and Actualize Notes TV video, Limited Power. So those are many books that I have read a while ago. And here, behind all of this, are also quite many books that I have either read. Many books are Norwegian, and I haven't really created notes on them. Oh, here by the way, is my certificate of achievement, and a great idea I got from the book School of Greatness by Lewis Howes. It was a really good idea that you should take one of your the most important goal and create a certificate of achievement. Print it out, write it down, print it out, frame it, and put it somewhere you can see it every single day. Put a date on it, and your name, and then look at it as if it's already achieved. And of course put in the work every single day, which we talk about a lot about in my videos. So my goal is to create 1,000 actualized notes within 5 years, which is December 31st, 2021. I'm recording this in April 2017. And that's my masterwork. I like to think of myself as an apprentice. And that leads to a really good quote I have from Robert Greene, in his book Mastery. And he says that the goal of apprenticeship is not money, a good position, a title, or a diploma, but rather the transformation of your mind and character. That's a bonus tip in this video, to not chase money, but instead chase knowledge. And money might follow, but it's not what's important in itself. Yes, so here we have the book I'm working on right now. I'm reading On Sparta by Plutarch. Really great book. Highly enjoyed and can't wait to share a video of it. Here is the book, the next book I'm always going to read. So I always keep the books in eye height, so I can always see what's the next work I'm going to do. It is an idea I got from the book Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. And the idea is really basic. It's to use the end of one project to light the beginning of the other project. So you don't just stop and wait for feedback and don't really do any work and start worrying about what people will say, etc. So I just burst into the next piece of work when I'm done. And here I usually lay my books that I have read, and I'm going to create a 6-page PDF on. Don't have any of them right now. I have written all the notes I need. And here are books I'm going to create videos on. It might take a while before I get to these, because I got really fired up about Spartans in the latest time. Spartan self-discipline, ancient wisdom, etc. As I told you, I also attended a Spartan race. But that gets me to the new collection of books I just received 2 days ago. A lot of ancient wisdom, like Alexander the Great, the biography, the Plutarch's life of Lycurgus, and Lycurgus was an ancient lawgiver of Sparta, which stood for much of its success as a warrior society. And we have Ryan Holiday's The Daily Stoic, and much more. Can't wait to get to that. Here we have most of these books are books that I have covered. I started this channel, I think, with the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, got on, Tools of Titans, really huge book by Tim Ferriss, awesome one. This one got me fired up about Spartan races. Joe DeSena did an interview with him yesterday, was awesome. And we have a lot more, which got me to our last video that I published a few days ago, Mindset by Carol Dweck. So, let's get on to the next part. Here is my library, and a couple of months ago I chose all of my favorite books and put them here. Books like Eat, Move, Sleep, which helps me stay fully charged, by Tom Rath. Keep my energy high, and I highly recommend that you read it. Upside of Stress, basic idea is that stress can make you stronger if you think it will make you stronger. You say things like, I'm excited, instead of I am stressed. Been really useful for me. Your One Word by Evan Carmichael helps me choose the name Actualize for my channel. The Confidence Gap, the Golden Rule, the actions of confidence come first, the feelings of confidence come later. Really basic ideas. And of course, grit, one of my favorite words. Extreme passion and perseverance for very long-term goals by Angela Duckworth. Yes, and a lot of other books. Gotta choose more favorite books. See, there's more space. Oh, there's outside. Oh, that got me to a little story I wanted to tell. Up there, you see up on the roof, just 2 days before I went to a Spartan race, I chose to randomly wave at the people who stood on the roof, and I was running down there and just laughing and waving at the people on the roof, and then I almost twisted my ankle really hard when I didn't look down. So that could have been a bummer, but fortunately it went well. So that's our library. And the last part is those in here. I read them a long time ago. Many Norwegian books. Really like them. Master Your Time, Master Your Life by Brian Tracy. And as a little bonus, I'll now show you how I read a book. Just some really quick ideas on that. So when I first pick a book, I always look at the front cover, read it, look at the back cover, then open it, see what name, etc. is, look at some of the praise the book has gotten, and if I'm familiar with the authors. Then I simply flip through the whole book to get a feel for it. Flip through the entire book really quickly like this, until I'm through, before I start on the first page. Then I'm a bit familiarized about whether there are really many practical steps or much theory. So when I start, I set myself in the mindset that I'm sitting down with a brilliant thinker who is taking his time to share his wonderful ideas, or her wonderful ideas, and I'm open, put myself in an open-minded state, and start looking for big ideas we all can embody to create an extraordinary life, rich with purpose and happiness. I can see this video is extending to be pretty long, but please bear with me. So when I find an idea, I really fold the corner of the pages. When I find that's when I find a good idea. When I find some that might be good, I fold the corner of the bottom and mark them up. So when I find a good idea, I mark up the whole passages I want to transfer into my notes and I want to comment on. I circle phrases and terms that I want to connect. Mention what they remind me about, some other authors who mention the same subject. And some good phrases, quotes I want to have on the side of the notes. Before I basically write about it in the note and create a video like this I do on my channel. So that's really the basic idea. And I asterisk the main points, look for examples and good phrases of course, and try to connect it to as many authors as I can, as I read, to give them more depth. So there's not really much mojo into the way I read, but it's a process that's ever evolving. I try to look for my favorite words and sentences, and my reaction to when I read, laughing. I take pride in not knowing certain things when other people mention them. That's what David Wolf says regarding useless information. like the endless news we don't need. Alright, so that's a quick look at my library and how I read. Feel free to ask any more questions for videos I can create, and I'd be happy to look over them. Bye!